Hello, everybody. Hi, Ava. Yes, I know. I had to take just a couple extra seconds. The vet had wanted me to isolate Bandit in her own room. The only room in the house that has a door is the bathroom. So, yeah, I had to get her set up with food and water and everything else. She had to have a bath today because she had an accident on herself in the kennel when the steam cleaning guy was here. And oh, it's been fun. And then, of course, pretty little Miss Ava had to go out before I could come on, and I had to brew 1 cup of coffee. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be here with all of you guys. Hello, Nana Laura. I don't see Joey Bag of Donuts comment. Well, how come I'm not seeing him? Joey, say something so I can see if I can see you. Hello, Buzzy Pug. Hello, Manuel. Hello, Linda Applegate, my sweet love. Hello, Sepinette. Hello, C-Rex. I'm sorry. I love you. You really, really are the best. We all are. Hello, Eileenie Carlin, honey. Hello, Rick. Welcome. Hello, Ginny. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Hello, Wolf Lord Lover. Hello, Charlie. Well, when it's their fault, don't you come at me like that. When it's their fault, I'm gonna blame them. It's always their fault. Oh my goodness. It was okay. Yeah, I'm late, but I'm also early. I'm like 45 minutes early, guys. So you gotta give me a little break. I I tried. I really did. I tried. I wanted to be on so much earlier, but then, the whole ordeal with Bandit and getting her set up and oh my gosh, I am so impressed with how well Seymour did. The guy he was so professional. Like, I don't want to say in a weird way, but in a way I am certainly not used to. Like, I'm casual with everybody, but he was all business, like very, very, the whole time, just, smiled, did his job, very, very polite, overly nice, quiet, wonderful person. But I'm not used to those people. Hello, Sandy Herd. Well, Ava let him in the house, so I guess that's saying right there that he's an okay person. Oh, you are too sweet. Thank you. Hello, Martha D, sweetie. Oh, there you are. Hello, Joey Vega Donuts. I thought for a second like I couldn't see you. I don't know. Maybe it was because I closed the window and then so you were in the previous chat. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I'm glad you're there. Hello, Amanda Roderick. Oh my goodness. We are going to have the best time tonight. Hello, Mortimer Duke. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Hey, no way. You guys are my people. It was kind of a dig against me. I don't care who it is. I'm going to treat you like I've known you all my life. Yeah. And some people just don't know how to take that, I guess. But no, he was wonderful. He really was. He was a wonderful person. He was telling me about his a Siamese cat and a calico cat. And when I told him that I'm a YouTuber, he's like, "Oh, my daughter's probably seen you." And I'm like, "Oh, probably not. I run court cases." He's like, "Oh, then my girlfriend maybe has seen you." I'm like, "I'm really not that big." Hello, Catherine Gaston. Hi. Oh, thank you so much, Mortimer Duke. Guarantee it. Oh, you guys are gonna love it. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love it. Oh, let's do this. I'm telling you, man. Found a good one. The hearings are whatever, but the love connection in the beginning, that's where it's at. But I did leave the hearings in so we could still see them.
Where am I? Where? Where am I?
I don't know where you're at.
Do you hear me?
Are you out of
Huh?
your Tom?
Are you? Do you hear me?
Yes,
You can?
yes.
Do you see me?
No talking. You're not supposed to talk.
Oh. But you can see me?
Out at
Can you see me?
the equator.
What the hell? Supposed to be in court, not sitting here talking to you. What the hell?
Being told not to talk.
I don't know what's going on here, but can you see my room?
Are you out at um
No.
the equator?
Okay. What's going on here?
You belong here.
You belong here? That's probably the creepiest thing I've heard.
I love you, Tom. with all my heart.
What the hell?
I'm pleading guilty today. And you called me.
Something's not right here. Contact being is being sent to you.
You don't care? Okay, then you should. Because I know who you are.
You don't know me.
Okay, I have to wait for the judge.
Is that what we're doing? I don't know you. You don't know me.
I'm pleading guilty to a charge from out at Burns and Beaver.
Okay.
Burns stringing
Well, I hope you beat your charge.
She says, I'm pleading guilty. And he says, I hope you beat your charge. It's not how that works. I'm sorry, I'm over here dying, you guys.
You gotta wait till court starts, so please keep things down. Thank you.
Sorry. Oh,
I'm going to assume that's just gonna be considered abandoned and be given to someone else. And then with their space downstairs, there's one big room for the district court that we could possibly put another person in there. We got 3 people in there. But then there's like this large hallway area that could potentially have like some more staff.
I haven't had the chance to tour that building, so I don't know its
Yeah,
layout
there's,
at all.
there's a couple odd spaces, but it was a medical building. And so it's not, but overall it works pretty good. But yeah, the upstairs offices have sinks.
Oh, really?
All right, this is court is now in session. The only judge Bruce Hampton presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. So we're back online, are we?
Your Honor, before we jump to private counsel, we have Ms. Jones.
We do.
On. So there's a couple things. One, it was on for arraignment, but I believe 1077's already been filed. I'm gonna hand up my notice of appearance. The court doesn't have that yet. There was a report that just came in this morning. Actually, there's 2 reports. One was from the outpatient services.
Oh, right.
And that was tied into the True Blood settlement with years ago. But they're finding that she wasn't eligible for that, given the reference to the competency report that we just got this morning, that they found her, she lacks the current capacity to proceed with trial. But there's also restoration as recommended. And normally this is kind of the issue I'll let the court decide. Typically with district court stuff, if there was, because we're only dealing with, I think it's a 29-day restoration period.
29 days.
Yeah. And usually that's kind of too short. And typically dealing with district court cases, we're not looking at restoration. Angie has a long history she does respond well to medication, and there is a recommendation for restoration. So she may be one of those rare cases that the court does want to consider restoration. If that's the case, I don't have an order prepared today, but I could, as soon as I get back to the office tomorrow, I'm sure we could agree and sign it and send it to the court. But we have essentially no court next week is the concern.
Right.
So
if she was ordered restored, she'd have to be shipped over to the hospital.
she would be transported. Typically that's done within, it depends on her current circumstances, but it's usually within 1 or 2 weeks. Technically it's supposed to be within 7 days, but usually it's within about 14 days. But Western State is much better about that. And then Western State would have her for up to 29 days to restore her, which would essentially be to get her back on her medication. So that's up to your honor, but this is kind of a unique set of circumstances that our normal folks wouldn't be in, but given our lengthy history with Ms. Jones, she appears to be restorable.
Miss Jones has been there before? A lengthy history? You don't say, Mr. Prosecutor.
It's a medication issue. She appears to respond well to medication, and we do have a report that is recommending restoration. And
Western State is in the meeting if you wanted to hear from
Oh, is Western State here?
actually, I believe that is the person who filed the outpatient recommendation treatment plan. Kate.
There she is, yeah.
Kate, I'm gonna mispronounce your last name.
Is it Siliberto? Pretty
That's
good.
that's a good way to pronounce it. Yes. Good morning.
I did
How are you?
it right. Well, I don't have my
Yes, you
glasses
did.
either, so we're all lucky.
And so I received a report, and my understanding of your recommendation, you believe that Ms. Jones is not suitable for outpatient restoration. We just received a report this morning from Western State finding her that she lacks competency. But there is a restoration recommended. So I'm getting the impression that the restoration being recommended is at Western State. But I don't know if you've seen that report.
Yeah, that's correct. I spoke with Dr. Erickson on Friday after we both did our interviews, and restoration is recommended. Outpatient competency and restoration program is, at this time, Ms. Jones isn't suitable for that. However, if you see within the report, we have made referrals for our 2 forensic programs out of Port Angeles. I did talk to Ms. Jones about them, and she was open to engaging with those programs. So if she is to go and stabilize at Western State Hospital, I'll track that progress. And if there's any opportunity that we could get her out early, if she's stabilizing, then we'll do so. And if not, we will have options, wraparound service options for housing and for other programs upon her when she gets out.
Okay. And would those services require her to relocate to Port Angeles, or could that be, so assuming she went off to Western State, was restored, could she receive services through West End Outreach, or would she need to work with Peninsula Behavioral Health?
Yeah, I know she has a history with West End Outreach, but they don't hold the contract for the forensic programs. Peninsula Behavioral Health does. And they're the respite center, which would be the step down option that she would be, if she was open to, she'd be able to go after Western State Hospital, stay there for 2 weeks and make sure, her meds are all on board. She came back with all the right things, has, maybe some other medical concerns addressed, or kind of can start, her and her case management team can start talking about what she wants. It's all about what Ms. Jones would like.
Okay. So you cut out there for a minute, but what I heard was if she went off to Western State, she'd be restored there. They only have 29 days for the restoration, unlike the felony cases. But she does have a long history of responding fairly well to her meds. So if she was restored, then my understanding, you're saying the services through the program you're working with could help provide her kind of a temporary services, at least for a few weeks, to help guide her back into, I guess, the rest of the system to make sure she's maintaining her medication and services.
That's correct. My apologies that I cut out. They'll follow her. She'll be eligible for those services as long as she wants to engage for, you know, indefinitely. So it's a great program. When we talked about it on Friday, she was open to engaging in that program and honestly excited about it, and even optimistic about the potential of relocating to Port Angeles.
I am truly hopeful that they are able to restore her to competency. I don't know what her issues are, other than, you know, she clearly falls in love very fast. But I do for her mental health and well-being and stability. I hope that they are able to restore her and then handle all of these felony charges that I have no idea what they are.
Again, that's completely up to her, but that's where we have housing options and, you know, medication management.
So Ms. Siliberto, you said that you were going to be able to monitor her. If we send her to the hospital, which I'm inclined to do, we're going to go ahead and order the restoration, I think. But then you can monitor her progress. And I'm thinking, Mr. Paganelli and Mr. Kressel, if Ms. Siliberto is watching us, we could get her to the either one of those services that were mentioned. So does that work that way or not?
Procedurally, what we would do is there'd be an order for restoration.
Right.
How quickly Western State gets to her, but usually it's anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks. That 2 weeks tends, well, and I'm used to dealing with felony cases, but I'm assuming it'll probably be a week or two before she actually gets to Western State. Once she's there, the 29 days will start ticking off. There would need to be a review period at some point. Once she completes Western State, she could appear by Zoom, be it at a mental health facility, or we could just review the paperwork. But there will be another report generated by Western State when she gets close to discharge, stating whether or not she's been restored, or if not, kind of what the likely outcome, because the case still needs to be dealt with.
Right.
So
no, I just don't
there's
want...
a couple different orders. One is just a dismissal where it refers her to an ITA, but there's also, I believe, an order that puts it into this outpatient restoration plan.
Right.
And that may be an option, but I think for today, if the court's leaning towards restoration, I just need to draft one up, or if the state wants to draft one up, but I can get back to my office. We can submit it to the court probably tomorrow.
Well, I don't know what your input is, Mr. Paganelli, but I'm leaning I'm looking at Angie. We know each other. We go through this several times a year, probably. I'm thinking restoration works for the moment.
My understanding, Your Honor, is that the court's experience and defense attorney's experience with this particular defendant is more than mine, as you said, generally comes up several times a year, but mostly in the Fork City calendar. So state will defer in this regard to the court.
Yeah, so I can prepare an order, but the court probably won't receive it till tomorrow. But the objective would be that it would all be agreed upon. That way, Your Honor could sign it, and a clerk could fax it to Western State, and then hopefully Western State can get her in as quickly as possible.
Well, it sounds like Ms. Siliberto is conscientious. We can get Angie to the services she needs at the soonest possible opportunity. Ms. Jones, for right now, I'm going to order what's called your restoration. That means that you may be getting transported to the Western State Hospital just to make sure the meds get equilibrated, get all evened out for you. I'm not trying to hurt you. It's just trying to get you back to where you belong in your, in
Thank
how
you,
the
Your
method.
Honor.
You're welcome.
In Your Honor, what I'd suggest is put it on for review on the 6th, just as she should be at Western State.
Right,
at that point.
right.
But that way we can kind of keep track of where things are. If she's at Western State, we'll have a better idea of what
Right.
the discharge date will be, and we can plan accordingly. But yeah, and then tomorrow, won't be tonight or today, but
No.
tomorrow when I'm back in the office, I'll
Right.
prepare the order for restoration. I'm assuming everyone's agreeable. It's just, it needs to be signed and sent to
So
Western.
Ms. Siliberto, we're gonna have a Zoom review the 6th of October at 9:30, and with any kind of luck, Ms. Jones will be at the hospital.
That sounds good. And like I said, I'll track her while she's at the hospital, and her forensic team that she's already assigned. She's already been referred and assigned to that team. They'll also go visit her there.
Right, I appreciate that a lot. My prediction is she'll probably be doing a lot better by the 6th.
And the plan is, I didn't get the report from Western State till, about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
didn't have the order for restoration prepared, but that will get filed with the court tomorrow. Presumably the judge will sign off on it, and then it'll get sent to Western State. And then hopefully Western State can get her in as quickly as possible. And then we'll be back here on the 6th just to kind of keep track of things, since technically there's court, but no one's available next week. So the 6th is most likely the best date.
All right,
Okay,
Angie,
well,
you're
I'll
in
be-
good hands. You're in good hands. Be patient, would you?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Siliberto. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
Your
now
Honor.
before-
Good morning.
And you have the council. I thought there was Shadowski's name on there somewhere.
No, those have been continued, Miss.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to go to the top of the list? Anybody? Let's start with the Motorola. Is that person on top?
Yes.
Whoever's got the Motorola, we need to know your last name if you're there. If you're not there, you're gonna get bumped down to the end of the calendar. I can't tell if those are Christmas lights or disco lights, but anyway.
Festive Halloween night.
All right, let's skip the Motorola. Who's the gentleman down there? Okay, so I think we're dealing, Mr. Thompson, is that you online there? No, yes?
Sleeping. Okay.
Yeah, unmute, find out who that guy
Are
is.
you Mr. Thompson?
No, what's your last name sitting there in the house?
Hello?
Well, that's a strange look, isn't it? No, he's not quite with us yet. Okay, we'll just put him
We'll
towards
just
the
go
end.
through the docket then. There was yeah, I was gonna say that's the next.
Oh, where's council? Somebody's on for Fouts. Let's deal with council on
Yeah,
Fouts.
that's
Fouts
Doug
matter.
Fouts.
And we never did figure out who our disco lights guy is, did we?
No, I guess
You know, that does look like a casino. It looks like wagon wheel lights or
Got your shark and I think this is the dragon.
something. Okay, so where's Colby Gagnon? Is he here? There's Gagnon. I don't see a Justin Hatch anywhere, dude. Does anybody see Hatch? Justin?
Justin Hatch, if you're out there, you get time to unmute.
No, there's that little.
Yeah, that's a
Justin Hatch.
Justin Hatch, doggone your hide.
And he was here, I was appointed. I'll hand up my notes of appearance. I don't know where he is because he was here in person.
He usually gets here, but he misses. He's got about a 35-40% miss rate.
But presumably he was given the right court date. I think I was here in person. I handed him my card, so I don't have any explanation as to his whereabouts.
Defendant completed financial affidavit, conditions of release signed. Supposed to be here on today at 9:30, and he's.
I mean, one option is noting the FTA and kicking it out a couple of weeks, so see if we can get him in.
Well, doggone his hide. He still has a warrant down there since 2023 down in Puyallup.
And in most circumstances, Your Honor, the state would be asking for a warrant in this case. However, Mr. Hatch does have some mitigating circumstances, namely when my office initially filed this case, there was some miscommunication And some of the documents initially went to the district court in Port Angeles, and he actually appeared there.
Well, that's fair.
Jurisdiction. So that in mind, I think there may still be some confusion, or at least the state can't rule it out. So the state would not object in
That's
this
a very,
case
yeah,
to a resummons
So, yeah, I would.
under these unusual
that's a very
circumstances.
generous interpretation. I'm going with it though.
So let's note the FTA, and is it the 6th, or is that, I'm thinking of Fleck? Someone's.
What about Fleck? When's Fleck gonna be gone?
I think Fleck is only available by Zoom on the 6th, so
Right.
it's trying to limit that date.
Right.
Are you okay with the 6th or the 13th?
The state 6th is the day I am completely unavailable.
Okay,
Right.
so let's note the FTA and let's go to the 13th.
Let's go to the 13th. We're noting the FTA for Mr. Hatch. He's probably within phone range.
And I will also send him a letter. And I'm sure Madam Clerk will send him the summons. And hopefully he can.
Did Hoagman make it here today?
I left Mr. Hatch's hearing in there because we have a long history with Justin Hatch on this channel. He had his own video in the beginning, and yeah, Hatch is a character that's very, very well known within Clallam County court system, and our very own Chadaskadum has discussed him with us before. Yes. He's a popular character.
Where is old? What are we doing with Hoagman?
Jeffrey Hoagman, if you're out there, it'd be a good time to unmute.
Another local guy.
Jeffrey Hoagman?
Yes,
Okay. So Mr. Hoagman, I got a note. Were you in the process of getting an evaluation? I thought that there was something going on.
yeah, I need to get that done.
Okay, so have you reached out to some place? Is that in the works, or what's the status?
Yeah, it's in works.
Okay, because we need to chat. You got 2 of these. One option potentially, and you need to chat with the treatment agency, is whether or not you're eligible for a deferred prosecution. Because anytime there's a second DUI, that bumps up mandatory minimum. So, and that's something we can discuss, but also the treatment place that does the evaluation, they can kind of go over what a deferred is, but I'll go over it in more detail. Do you have an appointment scheduled? Because I'm going to ask the court for another court date, but I kind of like to have an idea of where.
I haven't been appointed yet. I got a call today to get that scheduled today. See if I can get a hold of
Okay,
him.
yeah, because you're kind of on thin ice there, Mr. Hoagman. We went through this before. Remember that? I could have bumped up your bail a little bit. We need you to be on time and ready to go. So, Mr. Paganelli, Mr. Gressel, I'm thinking 3 weeks. Anybody got a better idea?
Yeah, because you're up in, I got an address up in Clallam Bay, so that limits your options to either Forks at West End Outreach or a treatment agency in Port Angeles, unless you're able to use the wellness clinic up at Nia Bay, but most folks aren't. But if you can, that would be helpful. But your location creates some logistical challenges, put it that way. So I'm going to ask the court to put this out maybe, the 13th or 20th, just to check in to see if you're making progress with getting an evaluation done, and then we can go from there.
I think, Mr. Hoagman, we're gonna go with the 13th. Need you to make that call, get that evaluation done, because if you decide to take a nice leisurely route on this one, we're gonna talk about upping your bail on both cause numbers, so.
Kind of like his nice leisurely nap, that there was a good probably 4 hearings, and they were not short hearings, that he slept through that whole process.
It's in your best interest to get this done.
Okay.
And Mr. Hoagman, just while I got you on your mailing address, that's still in Clallam Bay?
Yes.
Okay, so make sure you're checking that. You can call my office, schedule an appointment for a couple of weeks out. But I'd like to chat with you before the next court date. But certainly
Okay.
make some phone calls and get an appointment going because the judge is expecting an evaluation to occur.
Yeah.
So the 13th?
Yeah.
We'll be back here on the 13th, and
Okay.
we'll just presumably the evaluation won't be completed, but at the very least, you should have an appointment to get one done.
Right. That's what we're looking for. Either a completed evaluation or a for sure appointment. Okay, Mr.
Okay.
Hoagman, we'll see you on the 13th at 9:30.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello?
Keep talking about proximity collars. No one's taking me up. We'll get used to Canella.
There we go.
That's me.
All rise. This is for the session. Now, Judge Bruce Anthony presides.
Thank you. You may be seated. Oh, who do we have in the jail?
I think that's Mr.
Is
Clark.
that Mr. Clark? Hang on a second, Mr. Clark. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You don't need to say anything. I'm taking a look here at citation.
This is a first
Okay.
appearance.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Okay.
30334. Shoplift alleged to have occurred on 6 days ago. 7 days ago. Okay.
Your Honor, could you just clarify for me whether the ticket's for one count or two?
It says one according to this thing. We only have one file.
No, that's fine. Because what I have here is I have probable cause arrest James William Jasper Clark for FMC 905.220 shoplifting times 2. So I was just
right.
trying to see if he wrote the ticket for times 2 or just wrote one ticket.
He wrote a ticket and I'm finding probable.
Okay.
Right, I'm finding probable cause for items taken without paying at Forks Outfitters in the amount of $129.20. Mr. Clark, do you have a mailing address? Is that actually where you live?
That's where I used to live, but I can receive mail at my mom's house.
Okay, if you were released, where would you go? Back to your mom's house or here in Forks? Where would you end up?
I'm here in Forks.
Okay, how long you been here in Forks?
About a little under a month.
Okay, he's using Mr. Fleck, just to let you know, he's using his mom's address in Auburn, Washington, and I don't know if
That's
you
my
have
ex-girlfriend's address.
Okay, oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, anyway, because the problem would be if we sent you mail and you didn't get it and we had to issue a warrant for you. You see where I'm going with that? So we need to know where we can find you. Anyway, I'm gonna look at Clark here for a second. Do you have any income, Mr. Clark?
I'm not currently, no. I just work under the table.
I see. He's got 1, 2, for sure 2 thefts in his recent past, well, 2018, 2024.
Ooh, he's got sticky fingers and no job.
Warrants, let's see, he's got a warrant out of Kent. He's not a real handy bet. So how much money did you bring in for work in the last 2 months? Do you know?
In the last 2 months,
Yeah.
like $100. I made 40 the other day.
Okay. We're going to appoint Clown public defenders to represent you. So what I got here, Mr. Kressel, Mr. Fleck, is I've got an outstanding warrant from January 2025 in Kent. I've got, this will be his 3rd theft plus a lot of other stuff over the years.
I guess my concern is,
I'm not here next week.
yeah, we have no court next week, and if I heard the court correctly, he's already been in 8 days. If he can provide a local address to where he's going to reside, I would
Right.
ask for a PR, and then we come back in 2 weeks for arraignment.
Here's the problem, Clark. Here's the puzzle we got to solve. We need you back here in court in person in 2 weeks. And I don't know if you're couch surfing in Forks or what.
I'm currently staying at a campground in Forks.
Right. So the deal is, if we OR you today, I haven't heard from the city yet, but if we let you go and brought you back October 6th, could you actually make it to court on time, 1:30 Monday, October 6th?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Fleck, you've been in 8 days.
I have no objection if you decide to PR him.
Mr. Clark, we're going to go ahead and release you on your own recognizance. Now, this gentleman that's standing in front of the bench here, Mr. Kressel, is your attorney. And if he has trouble finding you, or if we have trouble finding you, you're just going to be right back here in jail. Maximum punishment is 364 days in jail, $5,000 fine. I don't know if you've seen this advice of rights yet, but I need you to review that and sign that before you leave today. You need to figure out how to be in this courtroom Monday, October 6th. It's 2 weeks from today at 1:30.
Okay.
Otherwise, we got to go through this all over again. Okay?
I'm gonna do that.
And Mr. Clark, when you get out, call my office. The contact information we provided. We will need a mailing address, so presumably something local. Phone number, make sure your voicemail's set up, email if you got one. But you need to be back here in person 2 weeks on the 6th at 1:30.
I can do that.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Okay, so that would be Ms. McCoy in jail. Can you hear me okay, Ms. McCoy?
Yes.
Hello?
This must be new.
Yeah, it's brand new. Ms. McCoy, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
By the way, Mr. Fleck,
She is not muted at any point through this hearing. And she's coughing like a chimney smoker. But there's no sound. I am so confused by this.
it says Wheel Road in Column Bay, but I'll bet that's W-E-E-L instead of wheel, like wheel, but anyway, because there's a Wheel Road in Column Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
In the report, it's W-E-E-L.
it should be W-E-E-L, right, exactly. Ms. McCoy, do you receive mail in Column Bay
Yes.
at the Wheel Road address?
P.O. Box.
P.O. Box. Did you catch that, Melissa? Is that in Column Bay?
Yes.
Okay. When's the last time you had a job?
Years ago.
Right, we're gonna appoint Clown public defenders to
I'm
represent her.
on Social Security.
Yeah, I know, I got it figured out. We're gonna appoint Clown public defenders to work you out, to represent you. I'm finding probable cause on a trespass that occurred here in Forks. Part of her conditions of release is she cannot return to that.
I need to go get
address.
my items that are left there, my purse.
I know, but there was
everything.
hang on, there was so much trouble when you were over there. We don't dare let you over there. She can do a civil
What did
standby.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, so anyway, we can't let
Dan
her
asked
go
me to
over
leave
that
and I wanted him
address.
to talk to me and he didn't, and I just, every time he asked me.
Her name is Janet McCoy.
Did you already assign me?
I did.
Ms. McCoy, my name's Doug Pressel, I'm your attorney. Just let the judge speak, because if you need to say something, I can do that for you. That's just kind of the way it works and usually works better. But the judge right now is just taking a look at the case, trying to figure out initial conditions of release. So let the judge finish.
Yeah, if you would kindly not talk over me, that would be helpful for all concerned. So my biggest, yes,
I
ma'am.
apologize.
Okay, no, you don't need to keep talking. Just try not to talk. My biggest concern at the moment, by the way, Ms. McCoy, would you return to Clallam Bay if you were released today?
Yes.
Okay, so for conditions of release, I don't actually have her history because she's not in jabs yet. I'm assuming she doesn't have a bunch of warrants, but I don't know.
I have no warrants.
No. Oh, here she is. I got her. Never mind. Oh, she had some warrants a long time ago. Back during the George Bush administration. So let's see here. She has been a petitioner in some civil petitions. Okay, she's a good candidate for OR. Ms. McCoy, I'm going to release you to go back to your home, but you absolutely are prohibited from returning to that address. Now, I don't mind allowing for a civil standby if the police officers want to help you retrieve your belongings, but you cannot go over to while this case is pending.
Oh, I have it here.
So I don't see conditions of release yet, but we're gonna write in that Russell Road. Right. Okay, so you're released to go back to Clallam Bay. You can go to your home. You need to stay in contact with Mr. Cressel's office. You're gonna get that contact information today from the jail as you're being booked out. So I need you to not have any new criminal conduct, and I need to make sure that you're back in court on October 6th at 1:30. Now, are you able to get up to Forks for a court date?
I'll make it. How do I get my property?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and okay what's called a civil standby. You can talk to the police about them accompanying you to retrieve your property.
Can I have a friend just go get my property?
Not right now. I don't want you to have contact with that address because.
No, I mean, can I have someone go, like,
I know,
go get my property?
no, I'm telling you, I'm going to approve a civil standby for police assistance. I don't want you making any contact with anybody at that address for any reason, directly or indirectly. So, okay, we're gonna release you. We're gonna provide for a civil standby, and you're gonna be back here on the 6th at 1:30 in person. We hope.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So that would be Mr. Blair up there, I'm thinking. Is that, that's Mr. Blair, isn't it?
Yeah. That is Mr. Blair.
Oh, okay.
So we got several things going on with Mr. Blair.
Yeah, and Mr. Blair, just to confirm, my understanding, you're currently at the Jefferson County Jail, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have they set bail up there?
Yeah.
How much is it, do we think?
$15,000.
$15,000 cash, we think. Maybe.
And yeah, it's, I believe he just had arraignments. He does have assigned counsel. He has a matter in Clallam County, attorney from our office, Charlie Comrie. And then this matter. Mr. Blair, do you have any idea if you're going to be able to post bail in Jefferson County, or do you know?
I should be out on the 3rd.
The 3rd of October or November?
October.
You kind of cut out there.
3rd of October.
Okay, is that for sure, or just when you think you're going to be able to get out?
Hoping that's what the deal is.
Okay. I know the city has some concerns. So I'm not sure how the court wants to proceed.
So the concern the city's got is that when Mr. Blair was here on the underlying cases and was we set his case over in July, he was supposed to be given an order to forfeit all firearms.
Right.
The court signed it. Mr. Blair had already left by the time the jail got it. And in my brief encounter with Mr. Blair out in the parking lot and in the front foyer here, on something else, I made a comment, oh, by the way, we need to talk about this. And he had told me that the firearms had been sold. The firearm in question had been sold. However, in the Jefferson County case, the probable cause statement I have, Mr. Blair notes in there that there was a firearm that was hidden in the woods. So I think if there's any effort to release Mr. Blair, I think what we would need, he had alluded to having a firearm and concealed it earlier, is what the sheriff, Trevor Hansen says. So
Information to identify something for forfeiture yet? I wonder.
We might in that regard. The officer in Forks had been working on kind of some pictures and what we think it is. I just think that any condition that he has is that he has to actually deliver any firearms or disclose their location. And then also, I feel he's been out. He was out on bail on ours. He had this felony in Clallam County, and he now has a felony in Jefferson County. I think there should be some type of bail put in our cases.
And Your Honor, I'll address the bail. With the new criminal law violation as a legal basis for the court to consider that. But I'm just noticing this appears to be an email directed to Mr. Fleck from presumably the prosecutor in Jefferson County. The October 3rd date was mentioned. That appears to be his next court date. But there's a recommendation. Again, these are like brand new charges that just happened. So although there's a potential offer and recommendation, I don't think that means he's going to be out on the 3rd unless he's going to be posting a substantial bail. So unfortunately, all this information I just found out like this morning and Friday of last week. So and the stuff with the gun, that's all new information. But if there was a surrender order, and I'm not sure if that was a condition of release or a separate surrender order.
Can I say anything?
No, you're gonna wait.
Judge, no problem, Your Majesty.
Well, Mr. Blair, we're just kind of trying to sort out your legal situation because you have many different layers going on because you have Jefferson County, you have Clallam County Superior Court, and you also have this court. So it gets a bit complicated on how this court wants to handle it. So that's what we're trying to work through.
Hey, there ain't no gun in the woods.
Okay.
I was hella high. I'm not high now. I'm a month clean. I'm doing a lot better.
Only because you were in custody are you a month clean. I love the admission. I was hella high. Oh, he would be insufferable to be around.
There's no guns anywhere. I sold the one gun.
So everybody knows, Mr. Fleck, I've got one of the conditions on the 30321 is immediately surrender any firearms. So that's, if we needed a separate order, we can do is you can prepare a separate order.
I just think if he's already got it, we can get it served on him in some capacity.
Right.
And then.
Oh, and here's an order. I take that back on the 30330. There's an actual.
Just get it right.
So we have release on the 321, and we have an actual order on the 303. 330, I'm sorry. So if you wanted an additional order on this cause number, you can do that
you
too.
got it there, Your Honor. I just think Mr. Boyer needs to have somehow served on him in some capacity.
Oh, and this is your writing with both cause numbers, so
Okay.
this will work.
Yeah, and since he's in custody, it should, in theory, be possible to fax that order to
Right.
him in Jefferson
So I'm
County.
sorry, Melissa, that in 30330 is a copy of the surrender order with both cause numbers. So we might want to go ahead and fax that to Jefferson County, just for that. Okay, so then that gets us to the status of this case. Do we know if Clallam County has a bail on him for Clallam County?
That's the 15,000, I believe.
Oh, I thought we had a Jefferson County bail of 15,000.
It's Jefferson at 15.
So-
Yeah, Clallam County, I don't know if he posted bail or if he was PR'd. It was just a property crime, so there's a good chance he was just
Oh, he
PR'd.
was probably PR. You know what? He was PR. I remember that, actually.
Yeah, it generally speaking, a person with limited history and a property crime,
Right.
which identity theft and forgery is, typically Clallam County Superior is not going to impose a bail requirement unless it's an exceedingly high amount. But their usual kind of.
I didn't even do that.
Yeah, just
Mr.
hang
Blair,
on, hang on.
we're just trying to sort out all the various cases and layers that are going on with this case. So.
Right, so now we're gonna
Not
get
saying
to,
you
yeah.
did that, but the judge is just wondering if Clallam County Superior Court imposed bail. I'm assuming they didn't because
They
it was
didn't.
just.
Right,
Okay.
I remember when he was released. Okay, so the problem we have here, Mr. Blair, where we're going with all this is technically you're in violation of your conditions of release on two cause numbers in Forks. And what I'm inclined to do right now until our next court date is, on the 30330, the bail was set at $600 cash, and I'm gonna raise that to 4,000, which is equal to the 30321. So we're gonna raise your bail on the first violation of no contact order, which means that if you were to be released on this, you'd have to come up with 4,000 minus 600, so whatever that is, $3,400. Gotta come up with an additional $3,400 on the 30330 to get bailed out on the Forks matters. I'm assuming that if you were able to bail out on Jefferson County, you'd be delivered here and have to come up with the additional amount. Well, I know. Well, actually, I could actually forfeit the bail on both of those. I'm not gonna do that at this time because what I'm most interested in
Your
is our
Honor,
next court date.
yeah, we could just have a review on the 6th, because
Okay.
again, reading this email from the Jefferson County prosecutor,
Right,
his next court appearance in Jefferson County is October 3rd.
right.
The way this is phrased, it doesn't appear to be that's a change of plea. It
Right.
sounds like, I don't know if that's an arraignment. And there's a mention of a possible offer, but I don't know how that case is being resolved, how much time he's looking at.
Right.
So I would suggest just a review on October 6th, and if he's in the Jefferson County Jail, we're just gonna have to coordinate with the jail so he can appear by Zoom.
Okay, so your next court date in Forks, Mr. Blair, is October 6th at 1:30. If for some reason you were released from Jefferson, you'd need to be here in person. Otherwise, we'll see you on Zoom, apparently from the Jefferson County Jail. We don't quite know yet. October 6th is a Monday at 1:30, so that's when we're gonna see you.
Gotcha, boss.
Okay, all righty. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see everybody then. We better take care of Stillwell when we got a chance. That's where we left off in the calendars.
We have, now, Mr. Jones, are you ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor, you're so popular today. Thanks for working me in.
All right, yeah, I know. Give me a second here. You have your client. Let me find him. Oh,
He's
Fitz,
up there
can you turn
defending
the
Michael
camera
Fett.
on? Phipps, P-H-I.
Yep. I see him in the gallery, Your Honor.
I see him. I need the file still, so
Oh.
give me just a sec. They're getting the file from the prosecutor.
No worry.
All right, Mr. Phipps, turn your camera on. He's not gonna rain.
Right, that's all we're doing today. I hope.
All right, this is 252470FY, the people versus Michael Phipps.
Good morning to you and your staff, Jonathan Jones, 52920, appearing on behalf of with Mr. Phipps. Thank you for letting us do this remotely. Obviously, we consent. To the arraignment, Your Honor, I'm going to acknowledge receipt of the general waivers form reading and send a mute.
All right, I'm a little concerned about these allegations and the fact that Mr. Phipps doesn't, I mean, he's not in custody, but he's gonna have some significant bond conditions. He
excuse
has,
me?
Michael, be quiet, please. Judge, if I may, I understand where you're coming from, but I want you to know as an officer of the court that the complainant has reached out to me independently. I'm going to leave it at that. He has not had any contact with her. He will not have any contact with her. I want the record to reflect that the court scheduled this. We're grateful. We're here. He's absolutely not a flight risk, and the conditions of no contact
Jonathan.
have been respected and will remain in that manner.
Jonathan.
yeah,
Michael,
no,
please
I mean,
do not speak.
Mr. Phipps, it's my, listen, you have an attorney. If you want to say something to the court, you're free to do so, but you have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have counsel. So
Yes,
is there
yeah.
something you need to say?
Yes,
that you
there
keep
is something.
interrupt-
Yes,
Okay,
there
go
is
ahead.
something that I need to say.
Good, tell me.
Well, I would like to talk to my attorney real quick because evidently he's not aware of anything.
Oh, he's not aware of anything. All right, you know what? You need to be here in person today. You have until
Your
the
Honor,
end of the day. to
Your
be in-
Honor.
Judge,
I
I
need
can't.
you in person at the 23rd District Court, in person by the end of the day. I can put you two in a breakout room. You're coming in person. I'll see you in a little while.
Judge, I cannot be there in person. I'm scheduled
Your
for
Honor.
1 o'clock, and today is the Jewish holiday. I cannot be there in person.
Why can't
Well,
you
your
call
client
me?
can.
Well, that's fine, Your Honor, but I'm not going to be able to be with him. I'd like to get him arraigned now. He and I can speak. at
No,
any time
I want
after
him,
court.
he is charged with a home invasion first degree.
Your Honor, can I
He
speak,
is charged
please?
with a home invasion first degree. He is charged with,
Your Honor, can I please speak?
I'm not, do you hear me talking?
Yes,
He
ma'am.
is charged with a 20-year felony. He is charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. He is charged with domestic violence. He is charged as a fourth habitual offender. He has multiple prior assaultive convictions. I want him here in person. I've
Judge, I
said
just want
what
the-
I said. I said what I said. Make it happen.
Your Honor,
You
can I
have
speak,
until
please?
You have until 3:30 to turn yourself into the court.
Your
for
Honor,
an
can I
arraignment.
please speak, please? Please say something, please.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, these allegations are false. The victim has
Okay.
came forward and said that
okay.
she lied. Your Honor,
All right, I'll
she
see
is
Mr.
my
Fitz here by
fiance.
3 o'clock today.
She is my
Who's that with you,
fiance,
Mr.
Your
Fitz?
Honor.
Who's that with you, Mr. Phipps?
This is
Who's over to the side of your camera? Who's over to
Jasmine,
the
my
side of-
wife, my soon-to-be wife, Your Honor. That's
All
why
right,
I needed to
want
talk.
I said what I said. You're to be in this court in person for your arraignment by 3:30 this afternoon. And your attorney can appear via Zoom. Call your lawyer. I'll see you by 3:30.
The victim is here on Phipps. Nora's talking to her. Mr. Phipps is out there, so.
Whatever you want to do, Your Honor, I'm ready when you are.
All right, it sounds like the complainant is here in person. She probably drove with your client. And she's talking to the prosecutor now.
Right.
So I'm just letting everyone do it. I hope they didn't drive together. That'd be a violation of his bond conditions. Oh, they're out there hugging. So your client's clearly in violation of his bond conditions, but that's okay. Who listens to judges and lawyers anyway? I'll deal with him when he
Clearly,
comes in.
I think more people listen to you than me, Your Honor, but we can debate that when you don't have a busy docket.
Well,
okay?
it doesn't sound like it because he's got an order, a no contact order, and they're driving together and hugging in the hallway. So clearly he doesn't listen to anybody.
Well,
But I'll
just to
deal
give
with
you a-
him when he comes in. I've got another matter real quick I've got to handle.
That's fine. I'm bouncing between you and another courtroom, but we'll get it done. We always
As
get
soon
it
as
done.
they come in, but I want her to have a chance to talk to the victim who's back in
Okay.
love, apparently.
Right. I'm just gonna mute until you give me a signal.
Okay, thank you. Miss Louie, what are you back on? Phipps?
Yes.
Why don't you bring him in? Let's get Mr. Phipps in here. Well, he's not your, is your complainant present?
She is, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Is this? Let's get him in. I just have to get him in. The court officers have to get him in. All right, I've got Mr. Phipps here. Where's the complaining witness? Mr. Phipps, have a seat right there.
Where?
Right, you can have a seat there. I need the complainant in here. Are you dismissing this or what's?
I don't believe I can at this time at arraignment. And I would need more time to review.
All right.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
No, don't talk to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Just wait for your lawyer. I need everyone in here.
I'm ready, Judge.
All right, I'm waiting for the complainant to come in.
Okay. I can only see part of the room. I see the prosecutor. I didn't know where everybody else was.
All right, we're on record. This is 252-470-FY, the state of Michigan versus Michael Phipps. Don't look at her.
Good morning, Your Honor. Nora Ali on behalf of the people.
All right, Mr. Jones, can I get your appearance?
Good morning to you, staff and sister counsel. I'm Jonathan Jones. I represent Mr. Phipps, who's standing before him in front of you. We're here to get him arraigned.
All right, so it's the time and date set for arraignment. Mr. Phipps was on Zoom. He wanted to talk over his attorney. He is charged with a felony punishable by up to 20 years, a home invasion first degree. He's also charged with an assault with intent to commit great bodily harm. So he's got a 10-year felony and a 20-year felony. And that is not an arraignment that should ever be happening over Zoom, in my opinion. So Miss Louie and Mr. Jones, I assume you two have discussed this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
We have.
I did advise that I will not be seeking to dismiss at this time. I do need time to review, considering these charges are so severe. And we would just set a date for PCC.
Okay, sir, you have a right to remain silent and you should exercise it.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and you have a right to have that attorney present during any future questioning and any future court hearings. In the event you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. I see you have Mr. Jones as retained counsel on this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Jones, are you retained? I assume you're retained.
I am, Your Honor. Thank you. Obviously, when it's time, I'd like to address this.
All right, you have 2 dates within the next 21 days. First is your probable cause conference. That's set for September 29th of 2025. Following that, you have a preliminary exam. That will be an in-person hearing. It's currently set for October 15th of 2025 in person at the 23rd District Court. Now, as to bond, I mean, Miss Louise, the victim want contact with him?
I did speak to her. She is okay with contact.
We live together, Your Honor, sir.
It does look like this was a warrant that was charged while he was out of custody, and they have been in contact.
His lawyer just did a complete faceplant when he admitted that they lived together after his lawyer swore as an officer of the court that he has not had contact with her and will not have contact with her. Yeah. Oopsie. I guess his lawyer really didn't know anything.
And she said she's okay with it.
Judge, may I
Mr.
address the court?
Jones.
Yes, Your Honor. May I address the court?
Go ahead.
Okay. First, I'd like to apologize for his impulsive behavior earlier today. He knows better, and hopefully that won't happen again. As to the bond, as I wanted to express to you earlier, the complainant had sent me a letter, in essence, retracting and explaining what she said. I forwarded that letter to sister counsel and read it to her. She has that. I think more to the point, she's talked to her. My understanding is the client explained that she's not in any fear, doesn't perceive any danger.
Yeah, a lot of victims do that. They retract the statements to protect their abuser from going to jail. That's not uncommon. It doesn't mean that the attack did not happen. It means that tension simmered down and he managed to weasel himself back into her life and convince her that it'll never happen again. And I love you, baby. You're the only one for me. We're getting married. Yeah, and all that means is once they're married, then she can't be forced to testify against him.
And would like him to be around. I thought we were only set for arraignment today because that's what it said on the court.
Well, we were, but when I have a GBH, strangulation, and a home invasion, first degree, I mean, that should never be on Zoom. I mean, there's not much more serious besides murder.
I'm not arguing that point with you. I just want to point out to you that it was scheduled on Zoom. It had nothing to do with me. I just want to make sure that that's understood.
I'm not blaming you, Mr. Jones. It's just, it shouldn't be. So now we're going.
We live, we learn, we move on. In any event, I'm going to ask you to release him on a personal bond. Obviously, no assault contact anywhere. And we'll be back to deal with this next Monday. I've got a bunch of other stuff up, but we'll have to deal with it then. Any other information I can provide, sister counsel, I will.
All right, I'll just say this. These are just allegations. You're presumed innocent. I know Miss McKinney's present in the courtroom. There are all kinds of studies that show if a man puts his hands on your neck, he is statistically much more likely to kill you. But I can't control. I mean, Miss Louie, it sounds like you want some time to review the case, so I'm just going to set a probable cause conference. And your complaining witness wants contact.
That is what I was told, Your Honor.
He has a no assaultive contact complaining witness. I mean, it sounds like this case is you don't have a cooperative witness or she doesn't want to go forward on the case. So I'm inclined to give a personal bond on a case I would never give a personal bond on because it just doesn't sound like you have a $30,000 personal bond. You're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number. You're not to have any assaultive contact with Jasmine McKinney. If I find out that you so much as yell at her, I will put you in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, can I make a small request before we finish?
Yes.
Okay. I have 6 prior things scheduled on Monday, the 29th in the morning and 2 in the afternoon in Port Huron. Presuming you want us there in person, can we do this on the 6th?
The probable cause conference we can do on Zoom. It sounds like Miss Louie is just going to do some follow-up. So okay. I can do the 29th at 1 o'clock on Zoom.
All right, that's fine. That's perfect. That'll work. And I thank you for that. Based on our earlier discussion, I didn't know that we'd have that freedom, but okay, that's great. 1 o'clock on Zoom.
An arraignment on a home invasion, I would normally do in person because the individual would at a minimum get a tether. But a probable cause conference, bond's been set. We're doing the probable cause conference, 9/29.
Oh, she hates this. She is so upset right now.
At 1 p.m. These are via Zoom.
Thank you, Judge.
These are the remainder of your bond conditions, sir. You're not to consume drugs or alcohol. You'll be subject to testing on demand. And if you've not been fingerprinted and you haven't been, you need to get an order. I just signed the order. They can get a copy of it for you. You need to take it over to the PD and schedule to be fingerprinted. You need to be fingerprinted within 48 hours.
All right, thank you, Judge. Sorry for the trouble. We'll see you next week.
All right, one second, Mr. Jones, your client wants to say something. Yes, sir.
Can I go to the police station right after this?
You can go downstairs to the window and ask for a copy of the fingerprint order, and you can go next door. I don't know if they have specific hours, but if they're available for you to do it, most certainly go do it and get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're all set.
I apologize.
It's okay, just cool it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Is there a statute of limitations on murder?
No.
Good, because my roommate literally confessed to a murder. I asked him if he ever killed a man, and he told me he did. And he told me how he did it. And when he didn't say when. But it has to do with tape. And you guys, I'm sure, have records.
How long ago did it happen?
I'm not sure. He told me, the guy stole his car. And he, turned him in. The guy did 3.5 years, something like that, for the crime. But he got out, and,
Oh yeah. The officer just shut the Zoom down.
Okay, so now we're doing Timothy Gwen Holmberg.
So I'm all set, Your Honor?
This is file number 252911. Okay. What's that? Who do they? I'm sorry, who is this now?
Good, that's Mr. Holmberg, Judge. Good afternoon, Jeffrey Phantom on behalf of Mr. Holmberg. Wait for reading and stand mute.
Okay, sir, your name?
Timothy Gwen Holmberg, HOLMBERG.
All right, so it looks like he's here for arraignment. For purposes of arraignment, how does he wish to proceed?
Wait for reading and stand mute.
Sir, I'm going to advise you of your rights. You're charged with domestic violence. The victim here is one Harry Joseph Miller, a resident or former resident of your household. I'm sorry? I can't hear what you said.
There's some yelling going on in the jail, Your Honor. It's hard to hear you over here.
Okay, you're here for arraignment on a charge of domestic violence. Your lawyer tells me you are standing mute and waiving formal reading. I'm simply going to arraign you. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a trial by court or jury, as the case may be. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own witnesses at a trial, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses to testify or remain silent. If you choose to remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand that? If you plead guilty at any time, you're giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You got to keep your voice up for me.
Yes.
All right, I'm entering a not guilty plea. I'm going to address bond. Do I have an officer in charge over there on this one or not at all, officer?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, what do you want to say? What kind of record does he have?
Judge, no history. He has currently a disturbing the peace charge that he is on a $1,500 bond that is scheduled for this Wednesday. And I would ask the court for a personal bond in this matter. He understands that he's to have no contact with Mr. Miller. He understands he's not to return to the Syracuse address pending resolution of this matter. Again, we're going to see him on Wednesday on a city case and perhaps address the overall bond issue with that.
All right, sir, you cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. You're not to have any contact at all with the complaining witness, Harry Miller III. No contact with him. You cannot write him, phone him, see him, text him. You cannot have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. You can.
I wonder if that's his roommate that he was just talking about, because he did say that it has to do with this case. So I don't know.
Not return to 5831 Syracuse and Taylor. If you need to, you can make arrangements with the police to go back and acquire your own personal belongings once and once only. So you could contact the officer in charge and they will make arrangements for you to go back and meet them. No firearms, no dangerous weapons. Again, I'm not going to order a GPS tether. You'll be sitting in the county for several days. So I'm going to give you a pre-trial date, and that will be on September the, what day am I giving?
It's here, Will.
They're going to mail it to you, sir, but we're going to need an updated address. So it's your responsibility to call the court and tell us that. Tell us where we can send the mail to you, because you're not going. Hang on, let me finish. Don't interrupt me. It's hard enough. You're gonna have to call the court and tell them an address so we can mail the notices to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Because you're not going back to Syracuse. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm giving you a $2,500 personal bond. Those are the bond conditions. Do you have anything else, counsel?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just need somebody to do a little bit. 25.
Can I ask a question?
Hang on.
100.
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Pollington.
City of Taylor versus Brandon Noah Pollington. 25TA05081.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Pant on behalf of Mr. Pollington. This is a civil infraction. He owes $328 on a civil infraction matter, and we're requesting a payment planning of $50 per month. He is waiting pending charges from the prosecutor's office.
Your name, sir?
Brandon Pollington, sir?
I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. Ultimately, you have the right to a hearing. You can be incarcerated one day for every $10 owed. Where have you been on this? Why didn't you show up?
I honestly thought my mom paid it already, and that's my mess up. I will pay it as soon as I get out of here, though.
Your mom? Why would your mom pay this? She didn't get the ticket, did she?
No, because I gave her the money and she used it for something else instead of this, apparently.
Well, rely on your mom to take care of your court hearings, and you get to see Judge Dad in court.
And that's why.
Okay. You can't do this, son. You wanna spend time in jail, keep doing this. How much did you say, 50 what?
$50 a month.
Per month?
He owes $328. It's already a judgment, Judge, so it's.
Is he working?
Yes.
You working?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Innovated all services. We do.
How much do you make there per week?
I can do about $100 a week, if not a little bit more.
I'll tell you what, I'll have you pay 50 per week. And we'll start this beginning on October the 10th. How's that?
That sounds perfect, sir.
Listen, you can't do this, okay? You want to play games, you're going to end up in jail. Good luck. Stop that nonsense. People against Nicole Elise Copass. Copass, 252910. See, this is.
And just for the record, I'm Mr. Pollington, the warrant.
Yes. You guys automatically recall the warrants, right? Amy?
We tend not to officially until.
The arraignment? Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay, but I don't have to write anything down, no? They'll do that, right?
But I can let them know.
Yeah, let them know, because your name, ma'am?
Nicole Kopass.
All right, and counsel, your appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeffrey Camp on behalf of Ms. Profess for limited purposes, well, not the limited purposes, for arraignment, we waive formal reading and stand.
All right, ma'am, you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. If you say something in or out of court, whether orally or in writing, it can be used against you. You have the right to be represented by a lawyer, not only today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right not only to be represented by your lawyer today, but at all subsequent court proceedings. And if you ever choose to submit the questioning with law enforcement officials, you do have the right to be represented by a lawyer at that questioning. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. We're going to give you a court-appointed lawyer. It sure looks like, I mean, you didn't answer how much you get paid. How much do you get paid, ma'am?
$2,200 a week.
I can't hear you.
$2,200 a week is my salary.
$2,200 per week?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know that you qualify. I'm going to let Judge Shackelford decide that, but I wouldn't give you, I'm just telling you, I would not. I wouldn't appoint you a lawyer, but I'm gonna let her decide, okay? So I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea. We're gonna address bond. Counsel, you can go ahead and proceed.
No conviction history, Judge. She has traffic out of Allen Park, 2 tickets, and there's a showing of a retail fraud out of Monroe under her married name. She's been divorced for 10 years. I think the warrant comes from 2023. She says that was not her and may well have been her sister. She obviously understands she has to take care of that. She lives in Toledo, Judge. She understands fully no contact with the complainants or their residents. The complainant, Norma Sobolski, currently has the custody of the minor children of Mr. Sobolski and Ms. Kopaz. She understands she's to have no contact with her under any circumstances and not to appear anywhere where she may appear. The minor children are 13 and 11. They both have their own telephones. So there'd be no reason to have any contact with the complainant in this matter in order to have contact with her children.
All right, this is a 1 year and a 93-day misdemeanor. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You can leave the state to go to Ohio. You still reside in Toledo, true?
Yes.
You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. You cannot return to or go near 13709 McGuire and Taylor. You cannot have any contact whatsoever with Norma or Jason Cybulski. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with them in any way, or have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. Also, you're not to possess any firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. I am going to set a bond in this case. You make plenty of money. That's part of the consideration. And I'm going to set a bond here in the amount of $4,000.
I'm sorry, she's been in custody since the 18th.
You've been in custody since the 18th of September?
Yes, sir.
But they haven't offered you the opportunity to post bond, right?
No.
She had some traffic matters that we arraigned her on Thursday that she was given a personal bond.
4,010%, ma'am. Good luck to you. You're gonna have to post $400 to secure your release. They will send you notice of the court date, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Is that it? We got this one too. We got. Perfect, thank you. Okay.
I'll be honest, guys. I thought I took this whole section out with the arraignment hearings in the jail. So I don't know how long this pause is going to be, because clearly I was sleeping at the wheel when I edited this part. But we can just kind of chill and watch Judge Dad do his thing for a minute. Yeah, because it's, you know, familiar to me. I don't really have that ability without,
Go off the record if you would, please, Amy.
Off record.
I mean, you guys are gonna come along for the ride. Give me a second here. I'm gonna kind of try to go slow. Yeah, I don't really have fast forward as an ability, but I do want to get to the next point that I edited. I don't know what this is. I didn't see this dude. I don't have that ability in StreamYard. Once I edit it, what is there is there. I can 2 times it in the editing process, but not once I'm already streaming it. Thank you for doing that, Manuel. I really appreciate that. Oh, apparently they didn't want us to hear this one. Let's see. And that, oh, there we go. That's what I was going for. Okay. Coming back. Come on. Almost there, guys. This is the last hearing. All of this was cut out. It was. I promise. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're almost there.
I'm asking.
Okay.
What? Wait, who are we here on? Whose violation is today? All right. Oh, Mr. Verdute, you're here to cause some trouble, I see. This is 250941, the people versus Jessica Glask, Jazerski. All right, go ahead, counsel.
James Gazicki, on behalf of Mr. Jazerski. I just received a file today, and she's gone over her rights. There's no question regarding her rights, but we're requesting a hearing in this matter. I'm asking the court for an adjournment so I can review the file and be brought up to date in this matter.
All right, well, where you should start is you should ask Ms. Wagaman to play you the audio of a call that was submitted to her where Ms. Wagaman contacted the defendant about not having any contact yet again with the complaining witness. And she hung up with him and then immediately called the complaining witness and had a phone call based on her call with Aaron. That might be a good, I'll adjourn it, Mr. Gizicki. I'm just telling you that might, you don't have to go into it too much. You could just listen to that call. She has a no contact order. How many times do I have to tell you that? How many times?
I understand you.
No, you don't understand. Because and what did I tell you? What did I tell you when he calls you? What did I say? And what'd you do? Instead, talk. You are not supposed to be talking to him by my court order. And this is the second time I've seen you. And the last time I said, this is ridiculous. Don't cry now. Last time I said, this is ridiculous because he's contacting her and these two are going back and forth. And then I counseled you and said, do not respond to him. If you respond to him, I'm going to put you in jail. There's no contact. And you can't listen. I mean, you can't. And Mr. Verdute, don't think you're cute because I'll see you next week on a violation. Am I seeing him this week?
No, he'll be here next week.
He'll be here next week. You two are toxic. And this is what's irritating me. You're wasting time on the criminal justice system's time on whatever you two have going on between you. You're wasting the time of the courts. You're using the criminal justice system. Mr. Verdu, I'm looking at you. You're using the criminal justice system to deal with your two little petty problems. That's what you're doing. And I'm tired of it. And what's becoming clear to me is that maybe probation's not suitable for either of you on your cases. And maybe it'd be best if you just do your jail time and we get this over with. Because I am not going to play this game. I'm not going to ask Ms. Wagaman to play this game for much longer. This is it. So we'll set it for a hearing. Mr. Verdude, I assume you'll be recording when she calls you after this hearing. Make sure that Ms. Wagaman gets that, because if you call him in between now and your hearing, you have any contact with him whatsoever, I want to be clear. I am revoking your probation and I am locking you up for 90 days. One time. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
One time. If she gets one thing that is from right now at this moment, at what time is it? 3:57, Monday, September 22nd to next week when we have your hearing, bring your toothbrush and wear a sports bra because you're going to jail. Got it?
Got it.
All right, we'll set it for a hearing. And Mr. Verdude, your violation, you better come in person. Don't show up on Zoom.
Ooh, she's mad. She's mad, mad, mad. That was so much fun, you guys. I think she has a right to be. Nobody's listening to her. Oh, she had that one total douche nozzle. Oh man, that guy. Oh, and I cannot believe that she didn't just revoke him. I don't care that the complaining witness came in and said she wanted him back, and he was violating his bond blatantly, spitting in the court's face about it, having her sit next to him on the couch during his court hearing where he's supposed to be having no contact. And prosecutor's not sure if she's dropping the charges yet or not. She's got to investigate it. Well, that means in the meantime, he should be held to his bond conditions. And no contact should mean no contact. I'm angry over how that case went. I'm angry over how that was handled. I think he should be in jail. I think he's a violent thug. I think he's a woman beater. I believe every bit of the first account of her testimony, of you know, the fact that he's charged with a home invasion, strangulation, assault to do great bodily harm, you know, all of those things. I very much believe it because he had zero impulse control. And the judge just PR bonded him. Yeah. Well, everybody is so stretched so thin right now because, you know, they're trying to train 2 new judges. They're all having to take turns covering Judge Slavin's docket. And I'm sure they're all having to attend hearings for the Judge Slavin's thing. So, they're probably all having to go up and testify in front of the judges, you know, stating what he said. I agree with you, Jim. I agree with you. Yeah. I have seen her hold people accountable before, but it very often with so many of the judges, it's threat, 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 and then no follow through. That's why I really appreciate when there are actual consequences for actions, and when people are held accountable. Those are the cases I really like. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And in some cases, it's the judge. Absolutely, 100% hands down. Some cases, it's the judge. Sometimes it's the legislation that has been put into place that tie the judge's hands on being able to do stuff. Now, this one's an exception because he was violating his conditions. She absolutely could have revoked him. She absolutely could have had cuffs on him when he went in. You know, there's no reason he should have gotten a PR bond and walked off. None. None. But there's a lot of times, and it's, you know, it's very prevalent in Washington. It's very prevalent in Michigan, where the laws are more beneficial to the criminals than they are to the victims. And it's frightening. And, you know, I really hope that it changes. But that's unfortunately the state that some of the states are in. Florida don't F around. Florida around and find out. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like along the same lines of there used now it has changed significantly, but it used to be where if someone was stalking you, nothing really could be done until they actually hurt you. Now, stalking laws, thank God, changed over time. But for a very long time, you could file police report after police report after police report. And if that person had not hurt you, there's nothing the courts or the cops or anybody could do until you got hurt. You know, that's it is so important to actually look at the voting history of the people you vote for and see what their track record is, what kind of things they support, which bills they pass, which ones they vote against. Like, seriously, be involved in the voting process, because those people that you put into those official positions are the ones who make the laws that you then have to live under. Oh my gosh, hey, oh man, I forgot. She was on today. I did get her, but I got caught up with editing Shackelford and Clallam County that I totally spaced that she was on, and I wanted to check her out. It really is. It really, really is. Oh, I can hear Bandit crying in the bathroom. I have to go rescue her. Oh, she can hear me because all the windows are open tonight because it is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. There's like, it's kind of chilly, but not too bad. But there's almost no humidity, so I can breathe. And so I've got the windows open. The bathroom window is just, you know, it's like 2 rooms away from my, no, 3 rooms from my room. And it's actually not, terribly far, probably 50 feet. I don't know, maybe. But anyways, I know she can hear me, and now I can hear her. I want to go get her, cuddle with her for a little bit before bed. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard from you guys. Oh, I'd die. I would die. No. Where are you, Australia? Aww. I bet it is. You can keep it. That's actually one of the last things I remember. The night that I had to go into the hospital, one of the last things I remember was somebody had a campfire going. Or not a camp, but just, like a fire going in their backyard. And that smell is what triggered the final episode with my breathing issues. Like I smelt it and couldn't breathe. So yeah. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Well, I'm so happy for you to be here, but oh my gosh, 99% humidity. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. That's why I live in Wisconsin. It really is. I mean, it's very, moderately temp. Usually the humidity is only horrible during the summer, and I have the air conditioning to keep me breathing. But I'm so glad you were here tonight, Jim. You were so much fun. Oh man, no, I couldn't do it. Oh, you guys, stop it. Stop it. I'm going to enjoy my nice cool breeze weather. Only. Oh, only. No, that's not Wisconsin weather. That's summer weather in Wisconsin when I have the AC on. No, like 69, 70, that's my happy point. But see, we wear shorts in Wisconsin when it's like 45 degrees out. And we like it. Well, you just made that one place that I will never visit. I have seen pictures and they are gorgeous. But yeah, it's one of those not on my bucket list. I can enjoy pictures and I can imagine. Aw, you're originally from Oregon? That's where Auntie M's from. Haven't seen her for a long time. If anybody has heard from Auntie M, tell her we miss her terribly. I have not heard from her or seen her or anything. Oh man. No, 63. I wouldn't have my air on at that. I mean 68 to me is beautiful. Yep. Yup. Like people think that you're not going to get sunburned if it's cold out. No, you can. You absolutely can. I'm going to see what mine is. Oh, yeah, it's 59 here too. Yep, absolutely. Hey, we matched, Manuel. No, I believe you. I know. I live in Wisconsin. I know these things. Oh no. I'm sorry, Chris Van Allen. I've never tanned, like not on purpose. I have burned to a crisp in the summer at Noah's Ark and Mount Olympus and all of those happy fun places that I would take Kendra. Oh no, I have not. I have not, because it would be in the mailbox, so it's safe, but it would require me either walking around the house or going down the stairs. One of the two. And I have not had the gumption to do so yet, but I will. I absolutely will tonight before bed. Oh, that was the wrong direction. All right, guys. Thank you again. All right, I'm going to take off. I'm going to go cuddle my kitty cat. You've been amazing as always. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.